In previous video, we discussed how to calculate holiday entitlement, and towards the end of that video, we left one question unanswered. What if you have a 0 hour contract? How you will calculate your holiday entitlement? So in this video, we are going to explore 0 hour contract and how does it work, and more importantly, how to calculate holiday entitlement in 0 hour contract. So before going into the depth of this video, let's set the stage. So the first question is, what is 0 hour contract? A 0 hour contract is a type of an agreement where the employer is not obliged to provide a minimum number of working hours and the employee is not obliged to accept any work offered. The term 0 hour is not actually in the law. Instead, what in the law is distinction between the worker and the employee. Workers have fewer rights in the employment law than employees, but they still have a lot of rights. For example, all the laws related to discrimination, the law related to whistleblowing, being able to not be disadvantaged because you are working part-time, your rights to rest break, all of those still apply whether you are worker or an employee. On top of this, workers do have rights to national minimum wage and they have right to statutory holidays and statutory sick pay based on their earnings. However, there are particular things that only applies to 0 hour contract workers. One of them is protecting against exclusivity. So if you are on 0 hour contract with a company, they cannot prevent you from working with other people. You have right to go out and work with other people where you want to. The other one, they cannot guarantee when they offer you the work that you must take it. They don't have to guarantee that they will give you the work, but equally you don't have to guarantee that they offer you the work you actually accept that work. That is called mutuality of the obligations, and that is actually one of the three tests of what the employee is rather than the worker. And if you look at the other two tests, the first one called personal service, it means you cannot subcontract work, you have to deliver it personally. And the third one is control, and that's where the employer takes a lot of control about how you fulfill that work. I hope now you have understood what is 0 hour contract and how does it work. Now let's move to the second question, and the second question is, how does holiday entitlement work in 0 hour contracts? Let's say you work in a hospitality industry or in any other industry on 0 hour contract. This week you work 10 hours, next week you work 15 hours, third week you work 0 hours, and fourth week you work 19 hours, and this process repeats throughout year with small here and there changes, and at the end of the year you worked total of 1100 hours per year. To calculate your 0 hour contract holiday entitlement in hours, you need to calculate proportional holiday accrual rate. To calculate this, we need to first calculate total working hours per year. Let's say we have 52 weeks per year, and out of it 5.8 weeks are statutory holiday, so remaining working weeks will be 46.4 weeks. Now we simply divide 5.6 weeks to 46.4 weeks, which gives us 12.07%. So now once we have proportional holiday accrual percentage, we will simply multiply this with total working hours, which gives us our holiday entitlement in hours, and then we will convert hours in days. For example, we worked 1100 hours per year. Multiply this with 12.07%. This gives us 132.77 hours of holiday entitlement per year. Let's assume we have 8 standard working hours per day. So our holiday entitlement will be 132.77 hours divided by 8 hours, which gives us 16.5 days. Let's round it up to 17 days. I hope now you have understood how does holiday entitlement work in 0-hour contract and how to calculate holiday for 0-hour contractors. So if you have any question or if you didn't understand any concept, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below in the section. So until the next video, hand ahead salute.